special. Okay, now please find a way to entertain yourself for the next 5 minutes, because I've heard this guy speak before, he's not that good. Please welcome the best man, Brendan Dennis.
I wish I had a joke to say. But I don't have one, so. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first say that our bridesmaids look absolutely stunning today, only to be outdone by our bride, Alex. I'm sure all the gentlemen here can agree with me today that today is a very sad day for single men, as the lovely lady is no longer available. And ladies, I'm sure you can also agree with me today that today is passing by with not so much the same effect as my brother is no longer. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brendan, and by default, as being Nathan's only brother, I'm honored to be here tonight as Nathan's best brother. I must admit I have done a few presentations and speeches before, but I'm a little bit nervous about this one. My brother said if I do a good job tonight, I could be his best man again at his next wedding.
You're in trouble, mister.
I'm not going on to say that one. Nathan and I grew up close together as he showed me just about everything there was, from how to match my shirt and tie, how to mow the grass, and how to execute the perfect slap shot. Unfortunately, one thing he didn't do is teach me how to use an X-Acto knife. That cost me a few tears, a drive to the hospital, and permanent nerve damage at the tip of my finger. Thanks. I guess I can't really blame you though, because just 3 days ago, setting up this wedding venue, he cut his own finger using a pocket knife, trying to tighten a screw. That's a true fact. I understand that today is a very special day for both Nathan and Alex. So with that being said, Nathan, I hope you make the most out of your speech. Today's probably the last day you'll get to speak for 3 minutes without being interrupted. For those of you that didn't know, Nathan and Alex are having a duplex built in Red Deer that they will move into in a couple weeks after the honeymoon. I was lucky enough for them to give me a little tour of their soon-to-be home before the finishing touches of the build were made. As we walked through the house, I noticed that they will be lucky enough to have a dishwasher. For those of you that also didn't know, I used to wash the dishes at McDonald's under the supervision of a female boss. If I've learned one thing that I can share with Nathan to keep in mind is simple. No woman has ever shot a man while emptying the dishwasher. So do it. With that being said, as the best man, I think I'm obligated to give a few wise words to Nathan. I can't give a whole lot of advice because I'm not a married man myself. But when my dad always tells me, when the time comes and I find myself a woman, never go to bed angry. It's actually kind of unfortunate because he hasn't slept for a couple days now. Some advice that I can personally give, though, to others like me without a significant other, maybe for some of the young kids here tonight. From my experience, love is a very simple concept. Love is like wetting your pants. Everyone can see it, but only you can feel the warmth. When I was back home in March, I go to school in Toronto, so I was back home in March, and I had a chance to sit around with a few of the cousins on Good Friday. Our bridesmaid, Catherine, who is also a cousin of my brother and I, she went around the table with one question. What was one thing that you learned this past year? As many of us at the table were students, I stated a fact about my chiropractic education. A couple of cousins, Krista, Alex, and Catherine, all had an answer based on their education practicums. My cousin Curtis also had an answer based on his grade 11 biology. Seeing how Nathan was the only one at the table that hadn't answered the question yet, Nathan actually came up with the best answer for today's sake. So Nathan, what was one thing that you learned this past year? He answered without hesitation, the woman is always right. Although this past week, as we were setting up for the dress rehearsal dinner, I heard that my brother say that grandma was always right. I guess weddings can be a little stressful. I'm not really sure who he's trying to impress anymore. My first memory of Alex was a couple weeks before Nathan and Alex had started dating. I was home in Red Deer for Christmas after my first semester at the University of Calgary. My brother and I had gone to the mall for some Christmas shopping that we both hadn't done yet. I didn't know much about Alex yet at this point, but she had a job at one of the jewelry stores in the mall. As my brother and I were about to head home, my brother said to me, "Hey, I think there's something in this jewelry store for you. Do you mind if you go sit in the car so I don't spoil the present for you?" I'll just be like 10 minutes. It was definitely longer than 10 minutes. 45 minutes of being as bored as a midget in a theme park, Nathan finally comes back to the vehicle. I said, "Wow, that was a little bit longer than you said, hey? What'd you end up getting for me?" He goes, "Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. I got her number, though." That was one thing Nathan... Oh, I lost my place here. That was... My hands are a little sticky. That was one thing Nathan always thought he was pretty good at, picking up the ladies. So I asked him to give me a few tips when the time was right. And as a great brother like my brother was, he said, of course, he'll be picking up at least 2 times the amount of girls with my special tips. My brother had the chance to come visit me in Toronto, and we took a trip down to Mississauga to hit some balls at a batting cage. I noticed a pretty good-looking female walk by, and my brother quickly took note. Sure enough, Nathan whispers one of his quick tips in my ear and lets me be on my way. I came back with a long look on my face, and my brother could tell something wasn't right. He asked, "What went wrong? Did you do what I said?" I said, "Yeah, but you forgot one thing. 2 times 0 is still 0. Although Alex has been around for a while now, I thought now that you guys are officially married, I could officially welcome you, Alex, to the family. So I have a little gift for you. Yeah, open it now.
Oh, thank you.
Show everybody. Those are for the honeymoon. It's a multi-pack of industrial earplugs with noise reduction rating of 32 decibels. I'm pretty sure Nathan snores louder than the tuba he used to play in 6th grade, so On a completely serious note, my brother has taught me a lot about staying loyal to the people you care about, and that friendship is more than anything else in the world. Even if you did almost drive that golf cart into the river on the credit card on the Stag. It actually happened. Family is one thing, but friendship may be one of the few things in life that does not have a limit. With you, I received both. Through time, things may change, but friendship doesn't. Nathan truly has a heart of gold, and I'm very privileged to be standing next to him on this special day. I love you guys, and I wish you all the best. I've been extremely lucky to have such a great brother, and I'm looking forward to having my first sister. Mom made me say that. I'd like to thank both parents, Wade and Jody, as well as Carlin and Lori, both biologically and financially, for the exceptional night. Today's ceremony was the beginning of something special, and I'm extremely happy for the two of you and the journey you're about to set sail on. Over the past 2 years, I've watched the way you guys have grown with one another, and I hope that I myself will one day find what you two have found in each other. I wish you guys a marriage full of success and all the happiness in the world. So family and friends, I would like to ask you to raise your glasses of Diet Cola in the toast to Nathan and Alex.